So yeah, hello. Uh, Myself Supritam here, and without delay, let's go to the problem. I'm sharing the problem link here in the chat, so you guys can see the problem. I'm going to share my screen. She, so yeah, let's read the problem. So the problem is Codeforces around 1046 lead to C problem. So we are given that we define that a block a block is an array where all the elements in it are equal to the length of the array. For example, 333, 1 and 444, and this. An array is called neat if it can be obtained by concatenation of arbitrary number of blocks. Okay. Note that an empty array is always net. Okay, you are given an array A consisting of n integers, find the length of its longest neat subsequence. So there is a like one of the biggest hints, longest subsequence. So whenever if we are given like longest, shortest, and the constraint is like in is belonging to 20 5, and then we can think of in terms of dB. Okay, so yeah, it's quite standard dB problem. So let's understand the problem once again. So what is block? I am switching my tab. So one is given if one is given, then the length of this survey should be 1. If we are given that the element of the block is 2, then the array will be like this, 2 and 2. Okay, so this will be called a block. Okay, so you guys understand the block. And what is the thing need called here? Need is you can concatenate this block one after another. So let's say it's a block, and this thing is called need. Okay, so yeah, concatenation of arbitrary number of blocks more than an empty. So we have to find uh, like let's take an example. Let's take an example like 1 2 3 3 1. Okay, 1 2 3 3 and 1. Okay, so we have to find longest block we can the longest block the longest lead we can make using the subsequence of this array using the subsequence of the sorry and the longest unit subsequence we can make from this array. Okay, so what's the answer for that? For wait a minute, five. So if we consider one, it's a block. If we consider three is there, it's a block. And also there is a block of single one. So remember, block is a thing the the it's not required to be consecutive. Okay, so if we are given like here three and here two, then also we can select these three and these three and these three, and we can make a block. Why? Because it's called subsequence, not strawberry kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, this is the thing. So how can we approach this? Our approach would be uh, sorry, approach would be quite standard. We'll kind of state the dp like that. Dp of I would be what? Dp of I would be the longest need we can form till I. The sorry for the writing. The longest the longest need we can form using using blocks till I. Okay. So yeah, that's the definition of the state. Okay, dp of I. So how will we do the transition? Transition will be like that. If let's say in the ith position the the value of the array is ai. Okay, ai. So maybe we can take this element in the state of dp of I. Like maybe we can form the longest the longest name till I using a of I. In that case, we have to ensure that we have covered the last the last we have covered the number of a of I in the last. I mean lesser than I lesser than I thing is the number of AI is AI minus one times. Okay, then AI will come and it will make the number of AI till I is AI. You get it right? So yeah, in that case we are taking A of I. Okay, in that case dp of I will be what? Let's say this index we will somehow maintain this the like there's if there is enough AI is in left side or not, and if there is enough AI in left side, and where is the last AFI? Sorry, where is the A? Where is the AI minus one AI in the left of AI? Okay, so then we will consider it like dp of j plus a of I, because a of I will contribute the length a of I. Okay, and one case would be there if we are not considering AI, if we are not taking a of I, then the longest need we can form will be obviously dp of I minus 1. Like, because if we are creating the base thing here, if we are not taking it, then the base thing would be obviously come across in this place, and we will take maximum of this two transition. Okay. So how will we like maintain this jth position? This is the interesting case, and this is quite a good implement. This requires a good implementation skill, because I am showing you the code. Okay. So yeah, this is the code. Nothing much. We are taking input cin in and vector cin ai. This is the thing. Vector in sorry 2D vector of v. We are resizing v dot resize n plus one, because we are considering the kind of one in index, because for calculating, like, it maybe goes to less than the index of the small index of a of I, and then it can go to minus one. That's why it can give runtime error, and that's why we are considering one one based index, and such that if we are going to zeroth index, it will give me just zero values. Okay, so we have resized it for in plus one position. Okay, and previous of I will give me how many A of I, how many A of I have I seen previous of ith index. Okay, so V of A of I dot size will be this, and after this we are including V of A of I dot pushback of I. In this will increase the vector size V of A of I. Let's listen carefully. V of A of I is a vector. Okay, and it will increase by size 1 after inserting a of I in this. We are in here, we are like inserting I. You can do what not I. It has a major like significance in the implementation. That's why we have kept I. Then see the transition. Okay. So for integer I equals to 1, we are kind of deciding previous of a of I is minus 1. So previous minus previous of I. So in the ith position elements of previous of I, meaning ith position element is a of I. Okay, and if this if this position the if left of this position has potential value to have a of I minus one number of a of a of I element has potential of having a of I minus 1, which have the value a of I, then we can take this transition key. We will go to this j and take, you can see the here the pre will be what, v of a of I, and previous of I minus a I plus 1, it will give me the j. Okay, minus 1 and this minus 1, and if previous of previous greater than equal to 0, then it is obviously valid. Then we will take dp of I will be maximum of dp of I comma dp of pre plus a of I, this distance j plus a of I. Okay, And if we don't consider it, then we'll take dp of I equals to dp of I, dp of I minus 1, and after all, we are and out, we are giving output dp of n. So yeah, I think there will be no doubt. Just read throughout the code and don't forget to initialize the dp with all zero. Okay, and here I am like taking the thing previous greater than equal to zero. That's why I'm taking minus one. You can have like any negative value you can put here. It's nothing to worry about. So yeah, that's all. Bye bye.